This is a story about God's protection when everything seems impossible. When the enemy surrounded Elisha, it looked like there was no way out. But God was already working behind the scenes. In the land of Aram, the enemy king was furious. Every time he planned an attack against Israel, someone warned the Israelites ahead of time. Inside his dark war tent, lit by candles and torches, he slammed his fist on the table. Maps shook, soldiers scrambled, and the king shouted orders. He couldn't understand how his secret plans kept getting exposed. But the truth wasn't a spy, it was God. While the enemy king plotted in anger, Elisha the prophet sat quietly in his home. A warm golden light filled the room as God revealed the enemy's next move to him. Elisha listened calmly, and his servant watched in awe. God was protecting his people in ways they couldn't see. When the king of Aram finally learned that Elisha was the one ruining every plan, he exploded with rage. He sent horses, chariots, and a whole army to capture one man. That army moved quickly and surrounded the city where Elisha lived. The next morning, as the sun rose over the hills, the enemy army had already taken their places. Chariots covered the slopes. Soldiers formed a ring around the entire city. To anyone looking out, it seemed like there was no escape. Elisha's servant saw it and panicked. His eyes widened and his heart raced. "Master, what do we do? We're surrounded!" he cried. But Elisha stayed calm. He placed a gentle hand on his servant's shoulder and said, "Do not be afraid. Those who are with us are more than those who are with them." Then God opened the servant's eyes. Suddenly, the hills lit up with fiery horses and chariots of fire. A heavenly army standing guard. It was a breathtaking sight. God's protection had been there the whole time. They just couldn't see it until now. Meanwhile, the enemy soldiers charged forward, dust rising behind them. But Elisha lifted his hands and calmly prayed. In an instant, a soft blue-white light swept across the soldiers. When it faded, the entire attacking army froze. They blinked, stumbled, and reached out in confusion. They were completely blind. Elisha walked straight up to them and said, "You're on the wrong road. Follow me, and I'll take you to the man you're looking for." And the blind soldiers followed him. Down wide desert paths they marched, stumbling gently as Elisha led them step by step. The warm morning sun cast long shadows behind them. It was almost unbelievable. An entire army being guided by the very man they came to capture. Elisha led them right into the capital city of Samaria. Israel's soldiers watched silently from behind pillars as the enemy marched straight into their hands. Then Elisha prayed again. A bright flash of light filled the courtyard, and the soldiers blinked rapidly as their vision returned. Suddenly they realized they were surrounded by their enemies. Israel's king was ready to strike, but Elisha stopped him. "No," he said. "Feed them." And instead of killing their attackers, Israel set out a huge feast. Bread, fruit, water, everything they had. The enemy soldiers sat and ate in total amazement. Mercy won, where violence could have taken over. After the meal, the soldiers were sent home safely. As the sun set behind them, they walked across the glowing desert path, grateful and humbled. And from that day on, the armies of Aram stopped attacking Israel. God didn't just protect his people, He turned enemies into guests. He turned fear into peace. This story reminds us that God is fighting for us, even when we can't see it. He can turn danger into peace and fear into confidence. With God on your side, you're never outnumbered.